Alright, welcome back to another gig log. This time we're doing things a little bit different because no trailer. So what you'll be seeing tonight is my kind of compact sort of bar rig type gig. We're bringing out, of course, the Meyer Ultras, and we'll have SRX 828 SP sub. And you can see the gazebo behind me. That is going to be where the band is tonight. And beyond that is a small park courtyard. That's the area that the audience will be sitting in. So it's overcast right now. There are not any calls for rain, but we've been having some pop-up thunderstorms, so we're going to take some precautions, and I'll try and detail some of that out today. But yeah, enjoy this gig log. We'll be going over some of the equipment and how I set up my compact rig. Alright, just a quick little look at these boxes that I have here. They are weather protectors that I got off of Amazon, and they work great for when weather conditions are a little iffy because it will cover up all of the electrical, and it also is a nice lid, so nice safety feature there. Keep people, if your stuff is exposed, it keeps it undercover, so less likely for somebody to get in and unplug your stuff. We also have the official Meyer ring covers for the Ultra X40s, so they are screwed onto the back, cover up the electronics up there. We have a tarp ready to go to cover up the sub if we need. And then we're running a Siamese cable over to the other side for the other Meyer. Alright, while the band's on break, here's a look at the stage real quick. So we got the drums. The band brought their own, looks like Chauvet gig bars. And we have the keys and vocals. We have two more vocals over here, the guitar and bass player. And the drums. So pretty easy setup tonight. Pretty straightforward. Not a lot of inputs here. But one thing they do have is using my in-ears here for the lead vocalist. And the other vocalist has a combination of both a wedge and in-ears. So the wedge is more of a backup safety feature here. But this is how I have my in-ear system racked up. So it's in its own separate rack. That way, if I need to break it apart and use it with other rigs, I can. But to make life a little bit easier, racked up with the in-ears is a Behringer SD8. So I simply just take the network cable, run it into the back of, in this case, we have an X32 Core. Little more on that in just a minute here. But we run it into the AES out, and that's it. So up to 6 channels of in-ears. These two are being run in stereo, so we have 4 channels and 2 left and right running out. but that makes it quick and easy. And then yeah, we just run an antenna up to a Shure passive paddle antenna there. These are my front lights here. They're just some blinders that I use in my bigger lighting rig, and they're nice and light and easy to manage. So I just bring them out as front lights for some of these smaller gigs here. But now let's take a look at the main rack. So this is a 10U poly rack that keeps it somewhat light. But you know, I had a couple iterations of this here where I've had you know, things broken out where I had just the core and the DL32 together, and then the wireless by itself and all that. And what I found is it was taking some time to set it up and break it down. So I wanted to find a way to get everything into a single rack. And this is what I came up with finally after a couple of years. So starting at the top, we have just your regular run-of-the-mill router that is networked into the X32 Core, so I have control there. Then over to the side is a little Dell Optiplex computer that I remote into from my tablet to, right now it's running the background music for the break music, and also have some multi-track recording on there, so that's hooked in through USB to the core. And then down further we have our Audix wireless, 4 channels of wireless. And these are old wireless units I had left over. You know, as you saw in some other gig logs, went to the SLXDs, but these still do a great job. And I have the V7 capsules on the wireless units that work out well. Then we have the old X32 Core, the DL32, a little space to run some wires out of, and then we have a power strip down at the bottom just to grab some power from.
Take my song and just remember to tell me
Alright, so here we are at the end. Got everything packed up. The band is on their way, but again, another good event. Everybody was very happy with the sound. Sometimes these gazebos can be a little tricky with their roofs and some of the reflections and all of that, but the band was happy. They said they could hear everything the way they needed to. Really happy with the monitors, wedges, and the in-ears. So the band was super happy. The organizers of the event were happy, and everybody had a great time. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So hopefully you got a little tour of the compact rack that I put together. And if you're interested in more, just comment below, and maybe I'll do another video when I'm not pressed for time during breaks or have a lot of background music to get into a little bit more detail about my thought process behind it, you know, how things are patched. But until then, we'll see you at the next gig. Again, if you like it, please comment, like, and subscribe. I appreciate it.